For your Module 6 assignment in Intro to Programming, we're going to be looking at object-oriented programming. For this project, you are going to be utilizing 3 different files. You're going to create one called Module 6 Loan Class, which is going to represent the loan. Module 6 Applicant Class, which is going to represent the user applying, the applicant. And Module 6 Object-Oriented Programming, which is going to kind of pull all that stuff together into a file for us to process. A lot of this is going to look familiar because, again, we're going to be reusing our code, our loan application code, which is great. I'm actually going to give you not only that, but kind of the start of this. So check the files when you start this, because I'll give you a good start and you can go from there. And the directions really explain very thoroughly what you're supposed to do. But I want to run this for you and kind of show you what you're going for. So I am going to click this start, and then, similar to what we've seen before, what is your name? All the same error checks apply here. I didn't update any of that. So if you don't enter anything for your name, you're going to get, you must enter your name to continue. And same thing, if they're not 18, they can't apply for the loan. Annual salary, we'll just say it's $55,000. Credit score, we'll just say 789. It says, congratulations, Ethan, you qualify for the $10,000 loan. Based on your credit score of 789, your interest rate is 5%. Now that your loan has been created, you can perform 2 actions related to your loan. Please choose one of the following options by entering the associated menu number. Okay, so inside the loan class, we have a couple of methods, which are just functions located inside a class. We have a make payment method and a get balance method, which do exactly what you would expect them to do. Get balance returns the value being held in the balance property inside the loan class, and then make payment applies a payment to that balance. Okay, so I'm going to put, first off, in this particular program, we're just making it so that anybody who applies, I shouldn't say applies, anyone who qualifies for a loan just gets $10,000. So I'm going to check my balance here. I'm going to type in option 2. Now, if I don't type in, like if I type in 0, it doesn't work. If I type in 4, it doesn't work. So a little error checking there. So if I type in 2 to get my balance information, it says the current balance on the loan is $10,000. Okay, that makes sense. So now I want to make a payment. And let's say I make a $1,000 payment. And it says your payment in the amount of $1,000 has been successfully applied. Thank you. Now I'm going to check my balance, and presumably my balance should be $9,000, because $10,000 minus a $1,000 payment is $9,000. We're not taking interest or calculating interest or anything in this. Just kind of wanted to set it up this way so it's just easy for you to understand, hopefully, how classes and objects work together. Okay, so now my balance is $9,000. Let's make a payment in the amount of $9,000. So I'll enter 1 to make a payment. It says how much? So I'm going to do $9,000. Well, actually, just to show you the error checking, if I try to do a payment of 0, I get, nope, that doesn't work. If I try to do a payment of, let's say, like $15,000, nope, doesn't work because it's too much, right? So I'm gonna pay off the loan, $9,000. And it says your payment in the amount of $9,000 has been successfully applied. Thank you. So now I'm gonna check my balance again. Current balance is 0. So now I'm gonna enter 1 to make a payment. And it says your loan is paid in full. No need to make a payment at this time. Program terminated. Okay. The other way to terminate the program is, to enter in option 3. So if you enter in option 3, it just says sort of like, thank you, have a nice day, and you're done. So I'll show you that real fast. Okay, and so now I'm going to enter in option 3 to quit. It says thank you and have a nice day. Okay, so that's the program. So it's not super complicated, but you need to practice using classes and objects. So I'm going to show you something here. I'm going to show you something called a UML diagram. So let me pull this screen over so you can just see it a little better. Okay. So this is in the directions, but going down here, you see Module 6 UML class diagram. So these are for our files that have classes in them. So there's that Module 6 applicant class, and there's the Module 6 loan class. Those are their own separate PI files, right? So in the applicant class, there are properties and a method. So properties is just another name for a variable. It also is sometimes referred to as a field. And a method is just another name for a function. It's just inside of a class. So the properties are name, age, name, which is a string, age, salary, credit score, and interest rate, which are all integers. And then the method is apply. And then and I'm going to actually give you the code for that class, since you've actually technically already done the code for that. But I'm going to just give that to you as part of your project. So there'll be a couple of files for you to get started with. And then there is the loan class, which has one property and two methods. The one property is balance, so that's the loan balance, which is an integer. And then a make payment method, which accepts a payment amount as an argument. And then a get balance method. And you'll notice that after get balance, it has :int. That means that it is a method that returns a value, so it has a return statement, and the type of data that it returns is of type integer, which is, of course, the balance, whatever is being held in the balance variable. Okay. So you are going to, just to kind of show you here, let me get to the right file. You will notice up at the top of this file here, which is the Module 6 object-oriented programming file, that you have to import Module 6 applicant class and a Module 6 loan class. Again, I'm going to give you the start of this just to kind of give you the heads up. But the reason for that is because, remember, we have those two separate files, and we need to pull their code in order for us to in order for us to utilize their code, basically. You'll also notice that there is a menu option variable inside the Module 6 object-oriented programming file, as well as a payment amount. So you will have to figure out how to use those, but just to kind of give you a hint as to what you're doing there. Okay, so like I said, a lot of this code you've actually already done. Your really main thing that you're trying to figure out is you're going to be developing, adding some more code inside the Module 6 object-oriented programming file, and then developing the loan class, and then you are going to be figuring out how to bring that all together and get a program that is functionally similar to mine. It doesn't mean that every single line of code has to be exactly the same, but it needs to be functionally similar. So it would be helpful to me if you used comments in your code so I can kind of understand your thought process. That way, if something goes wrong, I can understand what you were thinking when you were doing it. So that's the project. When you're done with it, put all the PI files into a zip file and turn that into the Dropbox for Module 6. And if you have any questions, please reach out. Good luck.